is officially 1 week on from when we finished our epic challenge to run the entire length of the UK. I thought it'd be a good time to sit down with Key. So we're going to head over there now to Dad's house and have a little sit down with him and talk about plans for the future. In all honesty, it'll be interesting to see how Key's feeling, because I know for me, last couple of days I just feel completely mentally drained, all energy. It'd be interesting to see how he's feeling. I've got some big plans this week. Got a meeting tomorrow evening with Simon Squibb. Hopefully Simon can help us moving forward with different things. So helping us kind of improve and grow on across all of our social platforms. And basically me and Cian would love now to move forward and dedicate our lives to being full-time advocates. There's people we have arrived, just waiting for the key man to answer the door. Dad's done with the front door here. Lovely wreath, definitely Max's touch. Hello! You look different to Cian.
I know, not.
Is he in?
He's upstairs.
Hi Cian.
I'm out.
Coming around to get some content. Oh, go on, brother. What's up?
You don't fret at stuff like this, do you? I won't be able to go to the lawn again after doing this.
What?
Oh, I just can't do it.
What? But you're already a bit of a legend because you just ran the length of the UK. It's all going to get edited anyway.
I just won't be able to go out in public.
Well, because you're worried about how people are going to perceive this.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we don't think we're big time. We're just trying to make a difference, aren't we?
Could put it like that.
Tuesday, the 8th of October, week on from completing our biggest challenge yet to run the entire length of the UK. Bit of a madness, so we can now say that. How you feeling?
Feel good, to be fair. Little niggles here and there in my calf, my foot and stuff. But we've both played football since, haven't we?
Yeah. How did you play football? You were 6 sides?
5 sides, yeah. 6 sides.
Decent. To be honest, I had no intention of playing. I text the manager and I was just like, fancy being around the lads, and then I ended up, they were 2-0 down. Give the call up, went on 2-2. But now it's just good to get out there, but different type of movement to running. I felt it the next day, that's for sure.
Yeah. Mark, been in like zone 2 for a month, haven't we? So,
Yeah.
intense.
More intense exercise definitely felt it.
Not good.
But I think it's probably important to mention for people who probably we don't know our story and stuff like that, obviously what we've been up to the last month. So back on the 28th of August, we left here at my dad's home where we're filming this right now. With family and friends support crew armed with us, 2 motorhomes and a food van, and we set off for John O'Groat. So it took us 2 days to get there. And yeah, we ran the length of the UK, and the next 31 days that followed. So it's been a bit of a whirlwind.
Yeah.
But absolutely amazing. Obviously, all the coverage we had. BBC Breakfast covered the story 4 times over just before. I had me on just before we set off, and then me and you were on 3 separate occasions, which is kind of unheard of for charity stuff, fundraisers. So
yeah,
amazing. And obviously, with all the money we've now raised
over $250,000.
Woo! Yeah, so it's absolutely huge.
It's like over 7,000 contributors as well.
Yeah,
which is just crazy. Incredible.
I think it's definitely opened up my eyes to seeing what we could achieve in the future as well. You know, that's only when you actually think about it, it's only, I know we feel like we've reached a hell of a lot of people and people are touched by it, and not everyone's in a position to give you their
I think young people don't talk about dementia, they do that.
No, sure.
So straight away to have 2 kids who are putting a little bit of content out there, like not really many people are doing that.
No.
I think that's...
I just can't believe that people are actually this interested in, who have been that interested in the story. I think because we've lived it.
Yeah, I think we should go numb to it, but it is like, it's actually mad. Like, you know you're going to get dementia. Brothers. Like, it's just mad.
Yeah.
Absolute madness.
Because I think like it's probably important to reinforce that obviously these challenges and what we're doing is kind of a way for, well, it is for me in a way to like cope with it all, because still have to contend with it day to day. It's not something that goes away.
Yeah.
And I think coming back and obviously being on kind of that high of finishing and having the media stuff that's kept us busy. And then like for me now this week thinking, I could have to go back to work, painting and decorating. And I think it's actually made me realise like, this is what I'm actually passionate about. This is what I'd like to do.
Yeah, definitely, because it's not really sustainable to, you have to get your mortgage sponsored to do it. It was a big risk. Looking back with hindsight, we know that we've raised $250,000. But what if we raised 10 grand and we've had a whole crew of 10 people have a month off work?
Yeah.
Like, it could have gone tits up very easily.
100%.
So, yeah, I don't know. Took the risk. It's paid off.
Yeah.
And it's just exciting what opportunities are out there. So, meeting Simon Squibb tomorrow,
which is absolutely huge. Obviously, BBC Breakfast again. We've got to give them more credit. Like
they've sorted that as well.
Obviously, we pitched our dream to Simon on one of our reels a while ago. And BBC kind of joined the dots and got us connected with him.
Yeah.
So for those of you who don't know, Simon got in touch, seemed quite happy to help us fulfill our dream. And it looks like on the 8th of January, we're going to be running a marathon with himself from his own Staircase of Dreams in Twickenham.
Hardest geezer.
One of the hardest geezer, which is mad. Did you sign up to his adventures, Hardest Geezer?
Yeah, but I wouldn't be able to do it even if I got on it, I don't think.
Nah, you would.
Got uni.
Oh, that's true, yeah.
Got my masters now.
I'm telling people about that.
Yeah, starting a masters now, which is good.
Yeah.
Exciting.
It's a clever one, but yeah. No, it's lots of exciting stuff coming up. So tomorrow we've got a meeting with Simon. Hopefully at the back end of that, we'll be able to let people know kind of what he's able to do for us. But I think it's obviously people have probably noticed now that obviously we've changed what was my personal Instagram platform to the FTD Brothers.
You didn't want to have to do all that work again, did you?
No, we've grown a good audience by us, ultimately trying to show people what we're trying to do moving forward. So we've got a hold of like those handles and stuff, haven't we, across social platforms. We want to continue to grow those. I think Simon will give us some good advice on how to do that. But ultimately, everything we've done so far, it's all come in spare time. I know. Yeah. I think.
Well, more. Yeah, from me recently, but more from you've been doing this for a few years, haven't you?
Yeah, probably. I mean, probably like 6 years now that I've just dedicated. And don't get me wrong, it's not all my time. I still enjoy my weekends, still do things, but in the week, like a lot of it is dedicated my time to
and it's got to the point where I know you won't talk about it loads, but you've actually, through giving your own time to fundraising, you've actually been really hard pressed financially yourself, which isn't very sustainable.
I've lost a lot of money really when I look at it. Like I've actually lost money trying to raise money for the charity.
So that's when we've been speaking about the whole ethics of, okay, our primary goal is absolutely to raise as much awareness and funds towards research as possible. But if we don't somehow find a way of making money through doing this, then that's not sustainable. We cannot continue to do crazy challenges like this on our own time. When you've got a mortgage to pay.
That's it. But just again, we link back to and there is that ethical point of view. Ultimately, that is our priority to raise money towards research that will find a cure, because that is ultimately what's going to benefit us.
You can't fight that, can you? Because we are going to die of it.
Yeah. So, but ultimately, we need to find a way to monetize it, and I think both of us now, since having the opportunities that we've had in the last month, have kind of set on the fact that the most powerful thing we have is our story and our circumstances.
You look at BBC Breakfast, the donations went up, 60 grand in about 12 hours.
Yeah. We
didn't do anything fake. We didn't prepare for it. We just said our story.
Asked a few questions and spoke about it, didn't we?
It's just mad.
I think using that story via hopefully public speaking opportunities, this doesn't just have to be dementia related, in my opinion. I think it's about everybody has to overcome adversity at some point in their life, and we want to show people that when you do overcome that adversity, you can live a positive life. You can, give something back. And ultimately, if our story does hold that kind of significance and power and can inspire people, then I think that's going to be the way forward to monetize what we do. And I think it's important to stress to people as well, we're not doing this to try and be rich or anything like that. Ultimately, monetizing it means we can do this full time, and by giving us more time, it means that we can raise more money.
Look what we've achieved doing it, taking odd days off work, evenings, weekends. Trying to get the BBC to do it on a Friday or on a Saturday morning because we can't. It's been really hard, hasn't it? So imagine what we can achieve taking full days out or full weeks out to actually get things to go. Like having to meet Squibb, we couldn't have done that.
Yeah, exactly.
All these little things.
I mean, this week, like, I should have been back in work Monday.
Yeah.
But because of the different meetings we've got going on, the different media stuff we've had to do, like, I'm sacrificing that income, which
it's like 5-6 weeks no money.
My wife isn't very happy about, and she isn't happy about, which I completely understand. But it's like, I feel like we're really on the verge now of being able to do this full time, and we've worked so hard for it. I don't want to kind of let that slip. So trying to kind of manifest all that, harness all that positivity that we've created over the last month and the opportunities that come with it, and hopefully be able to create something full time where we can really, really create something special as the FTD runners, which is mad when you look at that there and see it as a proper
it's weird,
thing.
Isn't it?
Yeah, really
an
weird.
Idea.
100%.
It's come to fruition a little bit.
So yeah, I think probably good to speak about some of the opportunities we've got coming up. Obviously, you mentioned about Simon and running on the 8th of January with the hardest geezer. There'll be lots of people, I think, who get invited to that who are going to pitch their own dreams to Simon. I think that'll be quite.
He's selecting people who have donated, hasn't he? To run with us.
So I think that'll be quite inspiring in itself, because we'll hear lots of different dreams and stuff, and obviously, hopefully, get to share the 1s and 2s, the tarmac with the hardest geezer, which would be unbelievable. But obviously, we've
seeing him in concert, actually, aren't we? Like like a live talk, which isn't. We paid for that as anyone else would, obviously. But yeah, we got where's that? 19th of October.
Yeah,
like an afternoon with hardest geezer. So I thought that'd be quite.
I think that'd be quite good for us to be able to see how he frames his talk, because I think we discussed this the other day about him probably not feeling that his story was that powerful in terms of what he went through, but it's just because he's never actually spoken about it. I think when you actually listen to like Doris talk about his experiences,
but you don't really want to share with the internet what's going on in your life, but when you do it, it's actually overwhelmingly positive. Yeah, we've had 1% of people being idiots.
Yeah.
So it's, you must try Shilajit mushrooms.
Yeah, or Lion's Man. Lion's Man will cure you.
That's not,
thanks.
Like, Mum was a healthy person.
Yeah.
Anne was a healthy person. It's not how it goes in our family, unfortunately.
No. I mean, don't get me wrong, I think that's why we do like these running challenges, for me anyway, is to kind of encourage younger people to stay fit and get involved in.
Yeah, there's good evidence that cardiovascular health
exactly.
is they've just identified 14 risk factors this year.
But yeah, there's not any sort of magic mushroom out there that's going to cure what we've got. So
we were on about like things that are coming up.
Yeah, so obviously we're going to hardest geezer, which I think would be quite inspiring for us if we're going to lead, hopefully going to the public speaking circuit ourselves, see how he frames that. And then later after that, on the 24th of October, we're in the studio with Jeremy Vine.
Jeremy Vine show, yeah.
BBC Radio 2. So
half-hour segment, I think.
Looking forward to that. I've kind of grown up on BBC Radio 2 with Dad having the radio on at work. So yeah, that'd be a cool one to do. And obviously, I think they're the most listened to radio show in Europe. So millions and millions of listeners. Again, another opportunity to tell people our story and hopefully raise some more funds, because we're going to keep the fundraiser open until the end of the year. You know, this is something that it took from the start of the year to plan, so we might as well use it as a calendar year.
It was a 2024 target, wasn't it, really? So just that we've surpassed that. We won't stop. We'll keep going till the new year, probably. You've had documentary go out as well, haven't you? Love, Loss and Dementia on Channel 4.
Yeah, so if anybody hasn't seen that, it's a project actually funded by Alzheimer's Society rather than obviously Alzheimer's Research UK that we're raising money for. Obviously, they do a lot of work regarding welfare and supporting people living with dementia, which is obviously important work. Stuff that we're doing is kind of advocating for research towards a cure, and society do, give a percentage of what their fundraisers contribute towards research. But it was a funded documentary talking about lots of different people living with
it was really good,
dementia.
Wasn't it?
Yeah, very
showed a lot
emotive.
of light stuff, because I think people think that when you see someone with dementia, they're most likely someone who's still out in the community, otherwise you wouldn't see them.
Yeah.
And they're probably a bit forgetful maybe, but can still hold it together somewhat. Whereas unless you've had to care for someone yourself, you've seen someone in the family, what late stage dementia is like, as with all neurodegenerative diseases, MND and Parkinsonism. It's just that evil.
It's really hard. It's really hard to articulate to people and express how difficult that is, and how much Mum changed if you saw her from the health person she was to that person who was literally used to sit and lie where you are now. And
but it's not fair. Like, it's a vegetative state. It's not. It's not fair. It's
no
not,
quality of life. Yeah.
Yeah, not good. But yeah, so that was a documentary. You did a podcast as well with Anna Richardson.
Yeah,
didn't
so
you?
hopefully that's coming out, I think, back end of this week or early next week. So that'd be good. I was
What's
on
that
with,
podcast called?
um, can't remember off the top of my
Don't
head.
know.
No, I should know that. Oh, it can't just be me.
It can't just be
Can't
me.
just be
Anna
me.
Richardson. It's on Spotify and everything.
It can't just be me, Anna
She's had
Richardson.
some good guests, to be fair.
Yeah, it's had some really high-profile guests. I was privileged to be on there with obviously Anna and Sian Welby, who's obviously a presenter of This Morning, Capital Radio as well, I think.
It's fair. I've never.
And yeah, she's obviously living with her own experience with dementia through her dad. And it's just nice to kind of talk with people who actually understand it. You know, not that that's a dig at people who haven't lived with dementia, but
you can't expect
when people actually understand, I think you can talk about it in more depth than the real hardcore realities of what it is.
Eventually, I want to reach people. You know, people aren't going to care about dementia until you make them care about it. We're reaching a lot of people who have been touched by it and are donating on behalf of people they've lost or who they're caring for right now. But it's Britain's biggest killer. 1 in 3 born today will get dementia.
Yeah,
it's like exponentially rising. The NHS and our economy can't support what's going to happen. No. There's a lot of people going to be needing a serious amount of care.
Yeah.
And dementia care is more specific than just normal sort of social care. So yeah, I want to, wake people up to what is a massive
100%
economic problem.
That's actually something we touch on in the podcast about, kind of freeing up if we were able to find treatments. I mean, cure we think is probably a fair way off, but treatments that kind of keep people out of hospital who are living with dementia because they can live a better quality of life, then that's ultimately going to help the NHS, because the NHS is in such a bit of turmoil at the moment that it just cannot cope. So freeing up kind of those beds would be absolutely massive. But yeah, I'm trying to think what else we've got coming up. Obviously, we set some in-house goals and outlines and stuff that we want to do, like things to do. We're going to be working on changing the website and updating it to kind of showcase what we want to do from a public speaking point of view, our package and stuff like that we want to put together.
And that's basically because another challenge is going to be a while off, because it's going to take a lot of people and a lot of time from them outside of work. We can't just take a month out, September 2024, and say, oh, come on then, gang, get again in the spring. Like, it was such a big commitment. It was about 12, 18 months in the making with a committee and meetings that people didn't see. Like, we can't just do that again. No, it's going to be at least a year, and probably longer.
Probably further than that. I think there's lots of advocacy work, obviously, if we do end up being able to take this full time, and hopefully the next month or so, then that's stuff that we can kind of...
Yeah, if we can bang the drum and spread the story to as many people and raise as much money without doing that, then I know you probably want to do that for your own legacy and just to be a bit crazy and experience that. But big challenges do get a huge amount of attention and eyes on the story, but there's probably a more sustainable way we can do it.
Definitely.
In 9 to 5 parameters.
Yeah, 100%. And it's about making connections, I think, with people who are kind of real game changers in kind of the dementia world at the moment. So we spoke about trying to connect with like Emma Willis, who's Bruce Willis's wife, and obviously a massive advocate for FTD, which is the same as what we lost mum to. So
genetics podcast we've got the opportunity to go on as well with a scientist, basically. So getting involved in that community. A guy called Daniel Barvin over in the States has genetic FTD, but like ALS as well, which is like motor neuron disease. And he set up his own foundation and is involved in decision making around dementia funding and where the research goes and patient advocacy. So yeah, we're going out on your TikTok, your Instagram, to the lay person and the general audience, to spread awareness and raise funds, but also to be hopefully influential to the people who make decisions. And Helen will help with that as well, my partner, who's at Oxford.
Yeah, I think that's such an advantage for us, having someone like Helen on the inside, seeing it from a complete different angle. And even though that a lot of the time I wouldn't understand a lot of things she comes out with, at least she's able to kind of translate to us what is going on in that on the inside of research, and that's really beneficial to us. But I think it's probably important to throw something back at like people who, hopefully some people watch this anyway, people that watch this and just say like, what are they interested in hearing about from us? Because ultimately it's the audience that are going to drive this, because they're going to help us reach more people who might be interested in our story and what we're trying to do. So obviously this might feel like a bit of a podcast, but it's more just a sit down chat and reflection on obviously what we've achieved last couple of years, last year, last month, and obviously what we want to do in the near future. But if like you guys think you'd be interested in hearing more from us, like maybe a podcast, or there's anything in particular that you're interested in, please let us know and we'll try and answer
we'll be able
questions.
to get some guests on, mightn't we?
Yeah, that'd be good. It'd be good if we could reach out to some people and hear their experiences, whether it's dementia or, you know, just in terms of adversity that they've been through.
Basically, that you can go through crap and actually still live a good life.
Yeah, definitely. So
is the crux of it.
But yeah, other than that, it's just a little catch up of where we're at. I still feel like I need plenty of rest.
I've got a little training plan because I'm disappointed how long it took me to get around London. I got my target. I aimed for sub 5 and I got sub 5 because I'm not a natural runner whatsoever.
So what are you going to do? Train for
like an egg chaser, really. But
you're going to train for a quick marathon then?
Yeah, well, we're going to run one with advocacy, and I got London Marathon on the ballot as well.
Yeah,
which I will inevitably do for UK.
There's a really good guy at the moment, though. You saw him, James Cooper. He's doing the Smiling 366 project.
Yeah, amazing.
So he obviously reached out to us during the chance to kind of congratulate us, and he shared our post again the other night, which is amazing. But he's running, 366 marathons in a year for the Samaritans charity. So I said in November I'm going to jump on one of them with him. But yeah, I think at the moment keep my training light, but with the aerobic base I think we've built over the last month, it'd be naive of us to kind of let all that slip.
Yeah, I can't put my feet up because you're probably close to a decade ahead of me in terms of endurance. Like, all I did was a bit of gym for my knee surgery.
Yeah, but you look at how far you've come in the last 18 months. Though,
I used to do 11-minute miles and be like a tomato. So I've done well. But
there you go. So you've gone from couch to
half the length of the UK.
Yeah, so you've done well. But
lots in the pipeline.
Lots in the pipeline. Lots to look forward to. Hopefully, we can make the FTD Brothers something real, something to be proud of, and something to grow over the weeks, months, years. So yeah,
quarter million,
25%
of the way there. How are we going to get the extra 75?
Stay tuned. Good.